Всем доброго времени суток, с вами снова я, Вонючек. Сегодня мы продолжаем играть в Хогвартс Наследие. Остановились мы недавно. Я из игры не выходил, поэтому продолжим без загрузки. Да, остановились мы вот тут. Так, давайте разберемся, что у нас. Я делал себе перерывчик. Так, пошлите сходим в этот коридор потайной. Ну какие злые. Так. Давайте вот сюда. Переместимся. Далеко идти. Ага, выход есть. Тут нас, конечно, сожрать захотят. Так, вот я еще что хотел проверить. Ай, таланты еще не могу. Эй. Что у нас тут? Пойдет. На плащ. Не хочу. Этот лучше. Какой ужас. Не хочу. Рукоятка. Давайте так. Продолжаем. Ко мне.
Ревелио.
Нифига себе дракон. Так. Мы подходим туда, куда надо.
These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
Да ты чё?
Incendio.
Ходим. Тайный коридор. Вроде нам никакие заклинания тут не
This must be the
понадобятся.
entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Revelio. Devil's snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
Разбежались. Пилки. Ага.
Incendio. Lumos. Lumos.
Ползут, гады.
Seems the devil's snare was protecting a chest of some kind.
Ага, стоять.
Incendio. Revelio.
Нам туда.
Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacula would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery.
Нам подарочки. Я бы и себе взял. В теплицах выйдем сейчас. Мы еще не были в теплицах, да? Ага. Обворуем тут ее. Откуда мы вылезли?
Revelio.
Не такое уж и гигантское. Так, а почему мы... Пламя не открываем, да, вот. Летучее пламя. Стоять. О. Это то, что надо. Стоять. Ага. Тут у нас что, где за задание было?
Incendio.
Не знаю, что за задание, поэтому ладно. И стоит, ждет.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Да.
Hello, Duncan.
Храбрый ты
I
наш.
have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Я тебе ее не отдам.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I
Ночи.
will.
Это ночь на дворе.
Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
One of them deserves more than a tea.
Кто орал?
Revelio.
Что за горгулья?
If someone gets struck by
Такс. Теперь. Ключи. Наплевать на них. Это я долго выполнять буду. Ну, теперь нам, как вы видите, только остается прогулка по запретной секции.
in trouble, are we? Been up to that good?
Dead? What do you mean, dead? I am insulted to my soul, completely and utterly mortified. Why, I could.
Revelio.
Что забрал? Здрасте, Себастьян.
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Что за загрузка? А. Стоять.
Revelio.
Куда они меня тэпнули? Гады. На цыпочках, на цыпочках.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Давай, давай. FF. Ага. Стоит, падла. Да-да-да. Да, свалили оба. Блин, тупые.
librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Ну-ка, фу.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Правильно, она для нас враг.
Goodness gracious, what a mess!
Правильно, вали оттуда. По-хорошему.
That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Так. Принять.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Вали, вали.
Surely no one's wandering about in here except her.
О, блин.
Should be in the clip. No need for us to be skulking about.
О,
I was sure.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what?
Revelio.
Precisely.
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
ну, кстати.
Remain unseen.
Денежки мои. Это луна. Надо не забыть вернуться за ней. Луны нам очень нужны будут.
Who have we here? Sebastian Suller and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, Don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
А я могу тебе доверять.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Да, я знаю.
Reparo. Revelio.
А я думал, мы сюда пришли за это. За 60 копейками. О. Сундук.
Of course, traces of ancient magic. There
Стань.
must be more to this room. That's it.
Ладно. Заходим.
Revelio.
Подарки забираем.
Where might this lead?
Спальня. Интересно, интересно. А, головоломки. Как же я их ненавижу.
Revelio.
Так.
Accio. Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Помогу.
Levioso. Levioso.
Угу. Спасибо. Это все понятно. Ой. Давайте.
Levioso. Levioso.
Пока. А тут у нас что?
Revelio.
Угу. А, это чтоб вернуться.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio.
Я говорил, что не люблю головоломки. Так. Хорошо, мы тут хоть не умираем. Да... Я не на shift нажимаю. Надо ж на shift. Да как так-то? Ты. Я еще и не туда иду.
Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me. Revelio.
Угу. Так. Подарочки, это я люблю. Восемь на... На. На. Следующее. Да нет. Падла. Где моя магия? О. Ах ты ж собака. Вы с собой разберитесь. Потом ко мне приставайте.
It is a book after all. Revelio.
Ничего есть? Давайте. Ныряй. Засуха.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Какая хитрая рожа.
Sebastian.
Бастиан.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
That being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle
Oi,
say?
А, все, да?
Revelio.
Пройся. Я тут сундук не забрал. Так. Все, старосты спать ушли. Что у нас по заданиям? Книгу. Да, несем книгу. Профессору Фигу. Так.
Revelio.
Что это там такое светит? А, это ключ летает. Ну ничего, мы их все найдем. Угу. Вот же Пипс негодяй. Поспим у него в кабинете.
Revelio.
Не будет ни одной страницы. Что такое?
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Figs. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
Как так?
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Посмотри на меня. Ты отворачиваешься.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Спасибо.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Хоксфилд. Нижний Хоксфилд. Да, я это и хотел сделать. Карта мира, без вас разберусь. Чё вы ко мне привязались?
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Так, заданий навалили. Экспеллиармус. Ну, это фигня. Отцы. Поживите жизнь студента. Они не так себе представляют жизнь студента. Такс. Я вот думаю, давайте травологию сделаем, сбегаем. Так, а мы когда сможем наконец-то таланты коллекции? Враги. Фигня, это сделаем. Палочки 42. Давай.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Да-да. Только без тебя в этот раз. Птичка бегает. Да. О, тебя-то я ищу. Промазал. Стоять. Отлично. Бежим обратно. Выпусти. Спасибо. Да, вот так вот будем бегать, потихоньку задания выполнять. Ревелио использовать. Выпусти. Зелья будут. Ага, центральный зал. Теплицы. Ну-ка, заскочим к рыцарям. Всё, что ли? Ладно. Разочаровали меня. Так. Не промазываем, спускаемся.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
А чё никто сознание не потерял?
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
Leander.
meet you.
I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And, Ravenclaws too. At least you did.
Ну-ка сюда иди. Да, гриффиндорец.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Бы взять на превьюшку.
Lumos.
Ладно, я еще подумаю. То мы возьмем на превьюшку, нам уже и заканчивать пора.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my...
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Давайте. Здесь мы с вами прервемся. Делаем сохранение. Всем спасибо за просмотр, подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, не забывайте про комментарии. Ну а я с вами прощаюсь ненадолго. Всем пока-пока.